is kind of the outline of what we've been teaching you over the last 7 years. And one of the things that we want to look at together is the fact that these steps exist. Now, many of you have moved along these steps very, 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 distinctly and rapidly, and you're not at the beginning. But it's a good reminder to kind of cement within you the tools that you're using in different places, because every once in a while you get triggered by something, and where do you end up? Right back at the beginning again. Now, you don't go all the way back, and it doesn't negate what you've already done, but you all know what it feels like to be right back at the beginning. So it's a good reminder, and it helps Veronica and Waller with the book, and so that's what we're doing tonight. So the first step is always the idea that life can be different. And by life can be different means acknowledging the fact that you are in a duality-based, fear-based system that has generated a great amount of suffering in you. And this is the choice to say, I am a creator, not a victim. Really, that's the moment it happens. That's the beginning of the spiritual journey according to our modality, is the point when you say, what if I took responsibility for what's happening here instead of feeling like a victim here? Okay? So let's look at your tool list and see what we think fits into that moment. The moment when you say, I am ready to be in responsibility rather than in victimhood. So let's take a look at what's going on. What do you guys like there? These might be further along than most of that, huh?
How about number 13?
Number 13, how ridiculous does it have to get? Now, how ridiculous does it have to get is actually a very useful tool over a lot of places, because how ridiculous does it have to get? Actually, we think you might be right. We're going to write 13. Now, Veronica says we're not good at writing, but we're going to do it, and we're going to hope somebody else is doing this too. So, we can make numbers. We're not so good at spelling. So, how ridiculous does it have to get is a very hilarious tool, because it has been used in the beginning and it's been used yesterday, right? This is a tool that spans the generations. And what we mean by how ridiculous does it have to get is the idea that when you are in an experience that keeps accelerating in absurdity, you're in a relationship and it just keeps getting stranger and stranger and stranger and stranger. At some point you can look around and go, how ridiculous does it have to get before I pay attention to what's going on here? How ridiculous does it have to get before I say, oh, there's another way to look at this? So actually, how ridiculous does it have to get is good in that section, but it's also good in other places too. But it is that certain place where you can say, my God, this relationship just gets weirder and weirder and weirder and weirder. How ridiculous does it have to get before I decide to make something else happen? Okay? Who else has a suggestion for under the first one? Why is this happening for me? Okay. Why is this happening for me? We don't ask, why is this happening to me? Because if it's happening to you, you're a victim. If it's happening for you, you're a creator. So we know where that has to be, right at the beginning. Oh, the candle. The candle's not on here. The candle. The candle. Goodness, how could that have gotten left off? So the idea that you're giving away your wax, right? So probably the candle will get... The candle's a good one. And the candle one, of course, is that you can share your flame with anybody, but nobody gets your wax. Look how fast that is. Like, whoa, and it's a visual. Probably have a little drawing. So, where am I lying to myself? Now, this tool is advanced. It sounds simple, but it's an advanced tool.
Releasing baggage.
Because where am I lying to myself and I don't know anything? Those require a lot of consciousness to use those tools. Because if you say to a beginning person, where are you lying to yourself, they aren't going to have an answer. Because they haven't looked into themselves enough. They're not, and they don't know what to do. If they find out they're lying to themselves, they don't know what to do. Because it's too early in the game. So where am I lying to myself needs to be damn long. We put it under in the moment. Yeah. In the moment, 33.
We wouldn't be seeing where your baggage is?
No. You have to...
Well,
You have to release your baggage.
Seems like seeing where your baggage is. That's where you're lying.
let's take a look. Start seeing where your baggage is. Where am I? The only thing we're worried about there, and again, this is an energetic thing. It makes sense logically to put it where you're talking about putting it, which is in the baggage department. Yes, we wanted to laugh. We just worked that one. But energetically, where am I lying to myself is not about baggage. Where am I lying to myself is I've thrown about a whole bunch of baggage, and where is the little sneaky thing? It's like shadow. So it needs to be further along in the plan. So let's put it in the moment. Because we don't think you can really honestly acknowledge where you're lying to yourself unless you're able to get into the moment first.